Game for you. Game for you. Game for you. We got game, baby.
That's $1 million song, right?
Yeah, so tell me really, don't you think it's fucked up? When niggas be twisted shit into submission, forgetting that MOB is the mission. Letting pussy take over the brain, there could be some other things, regardless of what you call it, a chain reaction. Dissatisfaction to the game, the pocket and partner, cause he didn't get into this marijuana or drug business, just to be bullshitting while you on the sideline with your fake pimpin' nigga. Please listen, I understand that niggas got hella shit up on their mind, but man, you can't let it affect the grind. Too easy to look back at the unit fell all the way off and be like, damn, motherfucker do that. Now, you losing all of your money, man, you losing your dough. This next blow is worse, man, you losing your hoes, you pawning your jewelry, you pawning your clothes, you selling your wins, so now you need to ride the road. Oh, I seen it before, niggas fall flat on their face. I'm trying to reach grace dead on the floor. I said it before. Those that are mind, body, and soul should be prepared for the woe. Go ahead, let it go. Whether it's a shots of electrical, lyrical watts, I live from the foe. I'm bred for the cold. Saint Bernard like pedigree, but really I'm a pit to the bone. All OG strains here, no clothes. Too many niggas biting other niggas' flow. My style's mine, nigga. Go get your own. Go get your own. Go get your own. That's why niggas better mind their own. Keep a nickel need on my heat, Miss City, you home. I call it a chrome, a gun, 2 piece of a tone. A Roscoe, gang, y'all, go below, bro, a run biscuit. Armies are shutting you down quick. Coming up out the host with this subliminal second. Shot to your legs, throw back, fill away. Homie, you fucking with niggas that gotta go bad. Fuck you all. What kind of sense does it make to respect you when I got no regard for the law? Rhyme with the cause to drive a nigga shot on my door for one set. Did you ever think I'll make a pause?
No.
Trying criminal rhymes, the same cynical people thinking that make it
Would never remain lyrical.
Now that's pitiful. Give me a minute minimum. I'm in them as soon as he step into my continuum. Intelligence. This is relevant to all of those who oppose me. This is rap, the rap's visual intelligence. Game for you. Man, we got the game for you.
Yo, we got that game. Classic records, big baby. How y'all doing out there tonight? Man, appreciate y'all stopping by to take a look, see what's going on, what we got moving and grooving tonight. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Omega Classic Records TV is the page and the name. All right, Omega, none rhymes greater. How you guys like that new single? Me personally, I thought it was worth an applause. Yes, Archangel Michael out right now. You can get it on Bandcamp. You can get it on Even. Drop a bomb for Bandcamp. Independent artist, quick notation, quick story. So first launch since 2018, and this is direct to consumer. We had some issues with Even. Even was glitchy. Even was having some trouble. The release was not ready at the 9 a.m. hour as it was supposed to. Ended up not figuring it out until like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, dang, people probably didn't came back, probably stopped going. Like, in between that time though, I went over to Bandcamp, which is a site that is great for independent artists and independent beat makers as well. And went over there, quickly was able to get things set up and rolling thanks to them, and got the single out, got the word out about it in this is release day, by the way. So as much as I could, because post had already went out. We're automated here, so a lot of stuff it just rolls out. So, and it rolls out like on across 6, 7, 8 pages or something like that. So it was like no taking back the captions, descriptions, all it was out there. So, and you don't want to take it back because it still has a chance of working, but you wanted to add the Bandcamp link so people could go to Bandcamp during this technical difficulty trouble. But nonetheless, set it up and then had a round of new posts coming out that same day with the Bandcamp link. Yes, clap it up. Bandcamp is the truth. Even still got some showing and proving to do. There's artists that favor Even heavily. I like Even, but yeah, that was a rough little release day. So, but Even, we'll see how it goes. Still like them guys, but man, drop a bomb one time for Bandcamp, man. Bandcamp saved the niggas' life, saved the niggas' ass. So hope you guys got to listen to it. Hope you guys got to see the video as well. The video can be found on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. It can also be found on Even as well. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be coming soon to Bandcamp. But you can find it on YouTube. YouTube is it's one of our main hubs and homes. All right. So shout out to the two. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that took a second to listen and take in a new single too. You know what I mean? Straight up. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right, man. So what's been going on? Well, let's see. But before we go there, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. On Making Classic Records is the page and the name. And I just want to remind you, folks, if you have forgotten, our mission here is to speak truth to light, challenge, lead, write, think, inspire, educate, build, fight, and dream. This is CrossFaded. We'll be right back, and then we'll jump into the mix. All right.
Crossfaded, 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 crossfaded. Bad they never made it. Bad so now they hating. They bad for how they played it. I'm just trying to make it, trying to hold my placement. Thanking God for the graces, watching for changing faces. Crossfaded, this is special occasion. Subjects hotter than Cajun. Adulé, I'm lacing. Crossfaded, I'm just a duck in the pond. Shout out to Dorian, my reign has just begun. I be crossfaded, 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 crossfaded. Well, you ready? Let's start the show.
My goodness, man. My goodness. You guys missed that whole piece. I was just saying I'm sorry about the troubles. They told me to open my eyes. I'm opening my eyes back up. So my eyes was closed. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit, just having a good time. But yeah, getting into the world news. We got a few things going on. As I told you guys, that we're trying to curb down world news a little bit because there's just so many opinions and garbage going on amongst it. But we do have some things to bring to you today. Those things that we're going to be bringing to you today, dealing with the world news, ladies and gentlemen. What do we have? Oh yeah, Sora is gone, y'all. Stop the music. Now, I don't know if y'all remember Sora. I tried to grab some videos around to see if I could play a couple of things to kind of jog you guys' memory about Sora, but okay, Sora is an AI site um, that done a lot of videos in its release like last year, sometime the beginning of 2025, and a lot of those videos went viral. A lot of them were just insanely ridiculous and disrespectful videos that mainly, I'm going to say mainly because the most popular videos were black, mockery videos, black culture uh, deep fake videos. So you had the Martin Luther King video where he's got the diamond teeth and the chain, and he's like Martin Luther King, bitch, and this and that. And then you got the Tupac and Kobe Bryant running around in Havana, Cuba together and at the game together. And what else, man? They did so many disrespectful videos. I think it's like a uh man, I can't think of the dude's name, another famous black person. But then, okay, even besides the famous people that drove the site to this, quick fame, and it was touted to be, this AI, that's getting ready to change the game and XYZ, and the movie industry is like, man, this is a thread, and they done did a couple of movie characters and all kind of then it even done like just crazier videos about regular people. Like I remember a dude that was like sitting in his car full of grease, and he's sitting in hot grease in his car, and chicken is frying all around him and shit. He's sitting in a car like he's sitting in a pot of chicken frying, and he's like in the hot grease, and he reaches in with his hand and grabs a piece of chicken. They did all kind of dumb shit like that was depicting black culture, black life, black iconoclast individuals, Martin Luther King, etc., and drove the virality of that brand up. Well, now the motherfuckers is gone. Dropping a bomb for that, ladies and gentlemen. You don't get to come and pick and prod and poke and steal and thieve black culture and then try to usher yourself into the landscape and make millions, in this case probably billions, when you're dealing with AI, on the shoulders of black people, on the shoulders of our black icons. Martin Luther King's daughter had to come out and speak about them making or allowing that video to be on social media using her father's likeness. So it's probably why I can't find it, and it's probably why I can't find a lot of other videos that are like it. Back to that. Okay, so Sora is gone. I got a cool little something to share on that from a gentleman that I follow that is a music business. He's a music business professional. Goes by the name of Demiza, and he's just very savvy with a lot of this. He's, I think, a former executive as well. So take a look at his take on the entire Sora situation. Sora being pulled, the app being pulled out of public consumption.
A couple of days, and everybody was posting those AI clips like it was the future, and now poof, gone. I mean, it didn't fail because it wasn't cool. It failed because it didn't make business sense. I mean, OpenAI, like all of the AI companies, is tightening up, cutting costs, and refocusing. I mean, they're bleeding and hemorrhaging cash, stepping away from flashy social media or consumer apps and doubling down on enterprise tools, productivity, and things that actually generate consistent revenue. I mean, that's the real move. The fun AI wave, well, those are usually the demos. Now comes the part where they figure out how to monetize it and do it at scale. I mean, they were lining up a major deal with Disney. What was it, like $1 billion or something, to use their real IPs in Sora? It didn't even close. That just tells you how fast, complicated all of this stuff gets. I mean, those IPs are expensive. I mean, ownership rights and real money getting involved changes the, I mean, just because something goes viral doesn't mean it's sustainable. And just because AI can do something doesn't mean that it's a whole business. I mean, the real play to them is tools that replace labor, increase output, and companies paying for that every month. consistently. Subscription model. Don't get distracted by the shiny objects. Follow the money, because that's where the future is actually getting built. Story developing. OpenAI shut down Sora. Wow, that was fast. I mean, it went viral.
So yeah, Mr. Demise's take on that. You can find Demisa on Instagram. He's just a super intelligent dude that has a lot of music business experience, and just looks like some other, expertise or knowledge, at least in a lot of other areas too. But when it comes to AI is having a tremendous battle with intellectual properties. So everybody's kind of getting this education at the same time too, so to speak. Speaking of, more of these issues, because they're all kind of, it's all in the same kind of space. So apparently, we are in the middle of the social media addiction trials, and in the middle of the AI wars altogether. So the Sora situation is a part of the AI wars. What else is a part of the AI wars? There's a situation going on with AI and the film business. I can't think of that one, but what company that is. But then there's this new company that just came out. These two pieces are new. I was focused on Sora and old boy that owns Facebook, Zuckerberg, because he's going back and forth to trial, dealing with the social media addiction trial while all this is going on. Like, law is being made based around what's happening with AI and social media and how it's affecting children. Okay, so we're like in the middle of this, firestorm right now. It's a literal war. You know what I'm saying? And it's a war for a war for intellectual properties and ownerships and rights. Elon Musk is at war in this war too, with X. It's so many I can't even still think of the companies that I was trying to bring up besides Sora, the other AI companies. But Elon Musk is at war right now because X was using artist music when he took over, and when he bought X, he used, like, I want to say it's like thousands of songs. I can't think of how many they said, because they say the exact number in the headlines, which I don't have because I wasn't prepared to talk about that this evening. But he's a part of the firestorm. But he used thousands of songs without licenses. The first however long he's owned X now. You can remember when he bought it, because we changed the name from Twitter to X, and they've been doing that rebranding ever since. But he's at war, and it's a war dealing with the music industry, some of the grandfather labels and licensing that they're saying that he owes them for that first year of using music without paying them and without paying anyone. So yeah, like, it's crazy right now. As a creator, keep your eyes on the market. Continue to watch, these AI products. Some of them are they're so new that we don't really know of their prominence. They may not be here. Look at Sora, and they're so new. We don't also we don't know their danger either. We don't know of how, extensive these, new AI products can affect us. So just keep creating and keep doing stuff, for yourself, that you do. Try not to use AI as much as possible. If you do use it more, a better way to use the tool, I would say, for caption writing, description writing, um, stuff like that, has somebody kind of step in and kind of co-write headings or um, excuse me, things of that kind of nature, things that aren't in the realm of artistic integrity. You know what I'm saying? Things that really are just kind of protocol type of things. So, but yeah, damn, I can't think of that other company. All of that, and I still can't think of that other AI company because it's a few of them. It's like three of them next to Sora. Sora got ate up, and OpenAI is the ones that swallowed Sora. So if you remember OpenAI, and if you've been watching AI, OpenAI got really popular in the market a few years ago during the NFT craze. So we had this phase where we went through all these NFTs, and people were making monkey NFTs and all these crazy, NFTs, and they were selling for crazy amounts of money. I remember Kevin Hart buying an NFT for like millions. Put it in the chat if you remember. So, yeah, and OpenAI was the company where a lot of the NFTs were being posted for sale. I went to OpenAI to kind of study and take in the site because I was working on an NFT of my own. And you can go there and buy NFT art right off the site. And you can keep track of it by these other sites that tell you its worth. Once you purchase it, your ownership is stated in what's called the blockchain. The blockchain is like the information trail for all NFT products, kind of like the BMV is for cars. Whenever a car sells or changes hands, they have the records. So that's like what the blockchain is. So ever since then, OpenAI has just been growing and growing, and they're the ones that ended up swallowing Sora in this AI war. The third company now, I can't think of their name, and I need to move on looking at time, but at least I figured out the second company's name. So yeah, it's like dog eat dog shit going on, and then you got musical thievery going on, and then you got likeness thievery that's been going on, but kind of taking a back seat. But you know how it is with black folks. Eventually, they gonna come back around to using us in one form or another. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't using black folks, then they'll create some black folks, some fake black folks, and they'll get to using them. So you need the cool to sell these products. You need the cool. It's just unfortunate that we don't know how to not necessarily cultivate, but how to keep it and how to properly distribute it, how to allocate it where it counts for us, or where there's a return of some kind. For us, we've just forked it over, or it just gets stolen from us, and that's what happens with black culture. But yeah. So yeah, man, the AI wars, man, Jesus, and Sora's gone, and the social media addiction trial. As far as the social media addiction trial, if you're unaware about that, just some little keynotes for you really quick. This has been going on since March of 2026. And what happened was a California jury found Meta and Google negligent for designing addictive social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, etc., that harmed a 20-year-old user's mental health, awarding a $6 million in damages to that kid's family. This landmark verdict, a bellwether case for thousands of similar lawsuits, found the companies liable for exacerbating, and we was practicing this word. Yeah, and then I wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? But that's cool. Give a drop a horn for my girl in the back keeping me on it. Exacerbating addiction, depression, and body dysmorphia in youth. So they found that these companies are liable for exacerbating addiction, depression, and body dysmorphia in youth. Okay. This kid's name was Kaylee, and the kid started getting exposed to Instagram at the age of 9 years old. He had been watching YouTube since he was 6, and it created an addiction in him, causing several body dysmorphia and mental distresses. And this is coming straight from the BBC. Okay, this is them reporting that. So this is who I'm citing from. The company was found liable. Jury found them liable for certain design features, like infinite scroll is one of the features that the jury was saying they need to fix. The ability to just infinitely scroll. That's crazy. That's one feature that they're saying is responsible to, this massive, mental health issue that it presents. And they intend, design features like infinite scroll intended to maximize engagement that constituted negligence in the eyes of the jury. Yeah. So the jury hit him with 4.2 million from Meta and 1.8 million from Google. So that's how they split the bill. So yeah, man, it's real. Take a look around. When it comes to watching the landscape on what's going on, because we're in a very savagely greedy country, and this country's main objective and main motivation is money. You have to look at other countries and how they perform and how their laws are written and how their laws function. Case in point, Australia. Now, I did a story about Australia. I don't know. It might have been maybe a couple of months ago by now, where kids that were 16 years old or under, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe from what I remember, 16 years old or younger were not allowed to be on any social media platforms whatsoever. So, I don't know what happened to my music. Okay. But yeah, so you got to look at the world around us. It's going to move faster, and it's going to move, in a better format. Food right now.
Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth connected.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. Another example, food right now, and how, they're pulling stuff like yellow number 7 or whatever, yellow number 5 or whatever. They pulled that. They pulled a couple of red flavorings, or red dyes, whatever. In other countries, man, like, that stuff never has existed in their potato chips or in their candies or in their, the foods they have on the shelves. They don't utilize these things for preservatives to keep things, or they don't. It doesn't make it past their food and their government food inspection company, whoever that is. With us, it's the FDA, but in other countries, they have their own governing as well, and they don't have that. I seen somewhere where I think like the large fry at McDonald's, um, in Europe they serve like half of that as their large fry. It's like 1,200 calories is the large fry in America, and they're like 650 in Europe. And when they show you the large fry and you sit them beside each other, like one is like significantly smaller than ours. Ours is this big ass fry box and shit, and theirs is like half. It's like that, like, and it's almost like 50% less calories just in that large fry. So I've been to McDonald's in uh, Amsterdam, and the taste was different. I didn't pay attention to the size, but the meat was definitely different, and it tasted great. So look around you, like look at the climate at other places, and that'll kind of help you move faster or stay ahead of the curve with things. Because in a country that is full of greed, they're going to always be last, to respond or react. That's just how it is. Good old America. That's a bomb for America. All right. Well, with that being said, I'll be back real quick, faster than 2 ticks in a New York minute. Sit tight.
Yeah, doing it one time for my man Omega. This is the mixtape, the prequel.
Hey, GC, let me borrow this for a minute. But you might not get it back.
DJ Blend.
Sue me.
You are now listening to Sounds of DJ Pika.
I'm laughing cause I'm past that point. Ain't no stopping me now. Any track I anoint, I'ma flourish the airways with music that has taste. I'm lyrically Willie Mays. I'm double the giant. I feed your malnourished fan base. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Most of these rappers is passe. So D-class A. Same old cliches. Fake ass rhetoric. I swear, man, nowadays gotta keep me some metal shit. A 9 with extended clip. Yeah, I'm on some Kenny shit. Better yet on my rebel shit. Just let me revel in it. I'm on my revel, spit it and throw it away shit. Not signing no contracts, even if it's Rock Nation. Look, I'm deadly with gripping the mic. I spit with no ending in sight. My rhymes are real time, like you watching me rip via Skype. I'm XO, homie. You VSOP. I tell you like Tim Harris, you don't know me. Every line cut like razor blades, and you die slowly. As my right hand, Jay Lee, also my Cody. I flow greater than your Navigator. I rap harder than your Dodge Charger. Candy painting with 26s and all. Everybody wanna ball till they fall. How about touching another soul so they don't follow your faults? That's why I'm gutter, cause I don't know no other way. I'm sick with my words, so I handle the mic responsibly. You can try to take it if you think that you can grasp, but the shine's mine. One touch and I'm up in there. Hear the words that'll go through your ears, then it into the now what it sounds like. We bust this shit like Nas, pimpin'. Yo, 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 yo. Sound like that remind me of Big Anthem spokesman. Yo, yo, yo. Hell nah. Shout out to Big Anthem spokesman, man. He's a dude that I definitely watch and enjoy. You know what I'm saying?
Classic entertainment.
Yo, yo, yo. Make sure that you like some. Yeah, that's what's up. All right, man. I got one more thing for y'all. All right, and I know y'all been watching this. Thank y'all for hanging in here, and thank y'all for, you know what I'm saying. Just I'm gonna get to your questions here in a minute. You know what I'm saying. But before I get to your questions, one last thing. Oh yeah, Jerome is not with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I know. Um, here they go with the boos and the, the shoves and the pushes, man, and somebody just shot a gun. Oh man, bro. Yeah, brother is not with us. He is in New York City. He is gonna be in New York probably. I want to say for about, I think 11 or 12 days. He's out there visiting family, taking a quick vacay, walking around the city. He done jumped a few barrels, handling some business, and he's bringing back some dope stuff for me that I, in turn, am going to be giving to you. All right. So, stay tuned for that. But shout out to the brother out there in New York, man. Make some noise for that brother, man. But bomb. That brother out there in the NY right now. So yeah, man. One more thing. And I wanted to stop the music real quick. If you didn't guess it, you guys, this is not live. Wah, wah, wah. But thank you, man, for tuning in nonetheless. I really appreciate it. This episode will be airing probably a day or two after its recording. So figured I'd go ahead and, break it to you right now, man. But thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. On the way out the door, we have a hip hop culture vulture professional slut walking, whatever she calls herself, chick that said some of the dumbest shit that I could possibly fathom. And I do not really care at all. Normally, I stay away from things like this. But man, lately the culture, man, and when I speak of the culture, I mean not just hip hop, but black culture. Man, it's like being sabotaged from the inside, man. And people gotta say something. You gotta stand up and say something. If you love this culture, you're gonna say something. You're gonna stand up. You're gonna fight for it. You're gonna speak for it. And if you're not, then you're a vulture. And vultures come in all kind of colors. They're not always white, which we'll be getting into in our part 2 of this show. This is part 1, you know what I'm saying? And we'll get the part 2 where we, really wrap back around to Jack Harlow and a couple of other true to form culture vultures that are wearing blackness like costumes and then discarding it like rinds of strange fruit. But that aside, Amber Rose is on my radar right now, ladies and gentlemen. And I would have made her a big dummy. But I think, we already know she is from her past, shenanigans, and she has quite a following for that stupidity, based product of hers, that but then again, I mean, that's the day and age we living in, you know what I'm saying? People are supporting. If people can support, like eating dog shit, man, and they'll support this. Yeah, I mean, people do. People are doing crazy shit, man. Look at the TV show called Extreme Cheapskates. Like, it's people that do the craziest shit. People drinking their pee and everything. It's just, that's where we at, man, right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the times we in. People are at an all-time low. All right? I'm not going to lie about that. And this girl right here is one of those that you can, go ahead and put into that group. What happened with Amber Rose? Well, Simply put, she was in a video with I think Nick Cannon, and she said that she's tired of white people not being able to say nigger, and she feels like they should be able to say nigger. I'm gonna say it like that because when I hear white people say it, that's what it sounds to me. It doesn't sound like, I don't hear nigga, like, that's what I hear. That's what she's getting ready to start advocating, I guess. She was expressing how tired of it that she was. I was hoping to get you a clip so that you could yourself be the judge. Let's see if we can find a video clip really quick of her goofiness. Let's see. You know what? I got a better one. Go back. Yeah. There you go. All right.
Should be able to say nigga.
So,
and I'm gonna tell you why.
Right.
Oh shit.
Because no one, when you really stop giving a fuck about stupid dumbass words, will stop killing each other. And Nick, it's very different. If somebody says the hard R and they're pointing at you, it's very different than rap lyrics or saying, oh, that's my nigga, that's my homie.
Right. If somebody's using a term as a derogatory term,
but we know that.
You know the difference between somebody just saying
we're all smart enough. We're all smart enough to know what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
So why are we putting so much damage and pain behind? I let my kids curse. They have freedom of speech.
Right.
Why live in America if you don't have freedom of speech? And I let my kids do that. Now, do they say, mommy, fuck you? No.
They bet not.
Do they say, mommy, you're a bitch? No.
Right.
They know what's right and wrong. First of all, white people should be able to say nigga.
So,
and I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, shit.
Because no one, when you really stop giving a fuck about stupid, dumbass words, will stop killing each other. And Nick, it's very different. If somebody says the hard R and they're pointing at you, it's very different than rap lyrics or saying, oh, that's my nigga, that's my homie.
Right. If somebody's using a term as a derogatory term,
but we know that.
You know the difference between somebody just saying
we're all smart enough. We're all smart enough to know what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
So why are we putting so much damage and pain behind? I let my kids curse. They have freedom of speech.
Right.
Why live in America if you don't have freedom of speech? And I let my kids do that. Now, do they say, mommy, fuck you? No.
They bet not.
Do they say, mommy, you're a bitch? No.
Right.
They know what's right and wrong. First of
all right. So, yeah, I wanted to let that kind of wrap around so you could, have everything, the full context and everything. So, before we get out of here, because we're getting out of here on that note, and we're going to see you guys for a part 2 of this, because like I said, we got some more fish to fry with this situation. But I'll say this. You're watching a clip of 2 people who both have not necessarily earned their space in hip hop, but they have utilized hip hop to get to where they are. They've utilized it musically, or they've utilized it with fashion, or they've utilized it with film. But neither person really has a respectful stake in hip hop. And with all due respect to Nick Cannon, because I could care less about, honestly, just being honest, Amber Rose, because I like, strong women. I like women who are, mentally strong. I'm not speaking of, Like she's strong, she can hit, she can lift. No, I mean mentally tough. Because those are the women I came from. You know, women like my grandmother who um, got her first house built sometime in the late 60s, early 70s in one of the most racist states in the Union, Indiana. And she got her house built by working as a maid and scrubbing floors for white homeowners. Because at that time, that was what was available for black women in her generation. It was either that or I think nursing was like the other, choice or decision. Um, so it was cleaning, nursing, or being a nanny. Oh, and she got a house built, and she made the house. My mom told me a story about her wanting pillars on her house, like the White House. And I'd be goddamned if she didn't build a house that looked like the little mini White House. And it had these 4 pillars in the front. And as a kid, I just be like, what are these poles? But yeah, I mean, it looked like a little mini White House. And I wish I had a picture of it to throw up there on the screen. And that woman built it, and she made it. And then she ends up getting a job at the post office and then just levels up, all the way up from there until the day she dies. And she gave each one of her daughters that same tenacity. She taught them the same way. And then her daughters ended up being stronger than the men at that time in the family. My Uncle Junior, stronger than him. Her daughters had a brother. His name was Junior. Daughters were stronger than him. So those are the women I come from. And that's why I don't really care about what this woman here thinks. This is a woman that'll call herself a slut. And then she'll market to you young girls, let's go on a slut walk. And then she'll have all y'all put on heels and slutty attire and then go strutting down the street for a cause that just seems like sluttery. Nothing really came of it. There was no donations to any, communities, companies, non-for-profits. It was just a walk of sluts dressed as sluts. So Nick Cannon, his biggest claim to fame is a movie playing drums for a university, Drumline. His second biggest claim to fame is the woman that he slept with and had a child or more with. I'm not sure how many. Mariah Carey. If your claims to fame rest on the shoulders of things that are trivial, things that are reliant on others, things that probably don't have a ton of value to your community, that says a lot about your character without trying to say too many, negative or derogatory things about that brother. Because I really like Nick Cannon, but I was really disappointed that he sat there. And I know his mama probably didn't play with him. I get the sense that he was a disciplined, young black dude. I get the sense that his mama probably didn't play with him. I don't know his background. I get the sense he was probably raised by his mother, possibly both parents. But I get the sense that he wasn't allowed to perform like that, and he knows what's up in a black household. I just get that sense from him. Correct me if I'm wrong. Put it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Amber Rose, I don't know much about her background either. I believe she's biracial. That's all I know. And then her claim to fame, rests on the shoulders of Kanye West. She was a girl toy, and that got her into the spotlight. Kind of like the Kardashians. You had Kim Kardashian and Ray J, and that got her into the spotlight. Sex tape, matter of fact. Then she moved on to bigger fish, Kanye. Then the sisters, they started following her lead. Now you got, one sister with Lamar Odom, and then he ends up smoking crack. And then you get another sister, and she get with another guy, I think Travis Scott, and then they break up. Travis is still him, thank God. But these are the two individuals that we looking at in this car, and they inside of hip hop talking about how white folks should be able to call us niggas and be like, my nigga. People like that need to get the fuck out of the game and get the fuck out of anything to do with blackness or hip hop. Period. Nick Cannon, your silence or you not speaking to that and probably because of Nick Cannon getting in trouble before for speaking out. That's another reason why I was surprised. Nick Cannon was somebody who spoke out before, and I'm pretty sure that he was removed from was it America's Got Talent? Correct me if I'm wrong, put it in the comments. But he spoke his mind on some real shit and lost the contract. So I guess the brother scared. I saw him on a sit down interview with KRS-One, and KRS-One was telling him about a gun and what a gun is, and KRS-One flipped how the gun is and was talking about mental shit and this and that, and Nick has some real shit to say on that. Like, look that up if you do. KRS-One raps about a gun to Nick Cannon. That'll probably bring up that video. Powerful video. Wish I had it right now to play it for you, but I'm not gonna go look for it. But Nick Cannon had great, intelligent, black shit to say then. And he says nothing to this girl, and he's like, laughing and man, that ain't the time. Now more than ever, hip hop, black culture abroad must be protected. Now more than ever, we have to stand guard. We have to let people know the reality of it, the gravity of it, how many lives it's saved, what its true purpose is. Hip hop is on the way downward in the bigger picture of things. People are tired of it, rap fatigue. Record labels have folded and been swallowed by grandfather record labels. Executives on top of executives have been fired. This new, found and new frontier of independence is emerging where you're going platinum from home. The game has changed. So it's coming back to our hands. And goofy motherfuckers like them, like these two, you got to get them out of here, man. You got to get them out of here. So, like I said, we're going to have a part 2. And I guess you can chalk this part up to, my black people who are in here cosplaying too. Take the mask off, nigga. For real. Because it's a young brother that needs your help, a young sister that needs your help. They don't need to learn how to be a slut. That's easy. All the rappers in the top 10 is teaching them that. All your Megan Stallions, all your, all of they teaching that on a daily basis. It's literally getting pounded into the kid's head. They need to take a look at shit like that, because I'm sure it has just as much damage as social media does. But then you getting into freedom of speech, right? Okay, I get it. Well, at least if you're a parent, you can put the filters on and you can be a better parent. And don't be like this goofy ass girl talking about my kids cuss and it's a freedom of speech. And it's how long do you think it's gonna last before one of the kids turn around and call you a bitch? Because they gonna turn around and hold against you how you've been living at some point in time. It's natural when you let kids, flourish in a disrespectful environment. It's natural for them to turn that disrespect towards you. How you figure it ain't? You think you just are some that's just unapproachable territory. Like it just like that. Are you serious? The audacity to think that that wouldn't be an option. They probably didn't cussed her out already. By now they probably didn't cussed her out a few times, and she probably lying about it, probably ain't admitting the shit. And if they ain't, well, it's coming because you letting them live in that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's an example of some black folks that are harmful to the culture, harmful to hip hop, harmful to examples of black lifestyle and what black folks are supposed to be standing for. You guys really got to wake up because we're saturated with that. When you get on your phone and you go look for the bullshit, when you go look for the garbage, the goofy fat nigga dancing and falling, all the goofy stuff that drives views, you're supporting that kind of shit. You're living in that space. When you pass up the real information, when you pass up the real music that's coming across your feed, from who knows, from J. Cole to maybe even me, you passing on reality. You going after the cheap shit. Cause you a cheap ass nigga. So what makes you different? Food for thought. But like I said, folks, I ain't even here right now. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. All right. Omega Classic Records is the page and the name. I'm going to have fun with you in this form. I'm going to have fun with you in a live form, however it goes. And guess what? I'll be able to double back around and see your comments, you know what I'm saying, later on, and then respond to them. So please leave your comments. But what do you think about all this? What do you think about, Amber Rose and tattoos across her forehead, letting her kids cuss, thinking that white folks, it's time for y'all to start calling us nigga? Do you know what we gave, Amber? Do you know what your people gave? We don't put pain into it. Pain was built underneath it. Pain is underneath it. It was built on top of the pain. We don't put the stock into the word in that format. It already has it. And now you want to take one more thing and pervert it. Because that's what that is, letting white people use that word as if they're us or as if they look like us. They gave it to us under derogatory terms. They gave it to us for control. They gave it to us to shame us and to mentally maim us. And here we are 600 years later thinking about, it might be cool for them to call us nigga. It'll bring us closer together. Shut your dumb ass up and get away from all microphones and all cameras and just all forefronts where people, that need to hear something better are. Take that shit to the curb. Take it to the strip club where there's more people of you, of your culture. Terrible. And Nick Cannon, man, you got to do better. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Omega Classic Records is the page and the name. And like I said, this will be part 1. Black people, love this culture, do better by this culture. Stop using the culture, so many rappers that's just here for the money. We after the bag. We gonna get the bag. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? Rappers that was on that same pursuit, getting out of jail, robbing other rappers that they were signed to and going back to jail. You know the case. I don't even have to say no names. Get out of jail. They ain't been out of jail for probably about 60 days. And then that's what it felt like to me. Then go back to jail robbing the nigga that you signed to.